Welcome to YLC, the Young Leaders Committee that promotes and grows youth leadership that ensures the future leaders lead from today by educating and inspiring them to soar higher and higher.
Welcome to YLC, the Young Leaders Committee, the platform that educates, enlightens, inspires, and walks young people into leadership from their youth. Young people, your leadership era is today. No longer wait for tomorrow. Last session, we began episode 9 on the theme, Grow to Outgrow. There we counseled that leadership as well as leaders should strive to grow. This should be with the aim to outgrow. You have things to outgrow. You have to outgrow your circumstances as well as your competitors, whether or not you know them. Some of your competitors may have the features and strength of a giant. Still strive to outgrow them. Leaders should always visualize the possibility of outsmarting their giant-like competitors or winning their contests. That's the secret to becoming a trailblazer. Society needs and celebrates giant destroyers. Therefore, our focus today is look beyond the giant. That organization, that experience, that competition that looks like a small rat against an elephant. Face it, and we're going to give you the clue. Can your organization thrive in the midst of giant organizations? The giant organizations are sometimes called mega organizations. Most of my secondary school years were in a village, and we never cowed before students from the highbrow schools in the cities. We were always desiring to sit for exams with them, to show them the stuff in us. Know of a truth that giants have tenures. You can defeat them and become the next giant to be celebrated. Therefore, ensure that the competition is healthy. Let's look at competing with entities. Jim Glish says, at the moment, we are a small company, but one day we will be a corporate giant, like he mentioned another company which we don't want to mention. This is the type of statement and attitude that grows small organizations into bigger ones. Yours may take a little more time to be big, but certainly it will no more be as small as it was previously. Resolve to make your organization greater. Work hard to grow yours beyond where it is now. Cambridge English Dictionary says, an industry giant is a very successful and powerful person or organization. That height is open to every leader or every organization. Those who are there today were not there yesterday. Yours can also be there. Keep focused. Keep pushing on. Discover how they got there and what elevated them to that position. Figure out and engage wisely the strengths and resources organizational giants utilize to make it to the top. A correct and adequate knowledge of both the nature and standing of organizations can help you to be bold to contend with them, whether big or small. Secondly, a good knowledge of your own standing, your resources and possibilities could be the motivation you need to dare to outwit bigger organizations. Just be thorough and realistic in your assessments. Let's look at what it takes and means to contend with smaller entities. To contend with smaller organizations is tempting. What I mean by small organization is that your organization is bigger than that organization. When you are competing with an organization that yours is bigger than, it's a tempting one. and you need to take note of certain things. True, but it takes much to remain on top. Many times it is with disdain and costly assumptions that some leaders relate with smaller organizations. This may affect your performance and you are remaining higher than them. We are over them attitude might make you strive less to rise higher. That is the temptation we are talking about. Find a great truth that is capable of lifting your organization. In the words of Henry Longfellow, Henry Longfellow says, "The heights by great men reached and kept were not attained by sudden flight, but they, while their companions slept, were toiling upward in the night." While you cherish and delight in the fact that your organization is greater today, work relentlessly to maintain that height. It's easier to reach a great height than it is to remain there, according to Longfellow. Let's look at the scenario where you are contending with bigger organizations. What do you need to take note of? Giants are usually huge. They cover much space and shield off many things. If you can see the things they cover, it will motivate you to compete with them. Very often, many others are attached to them. A conglomerate, for instance, is made up of smaller units or organizations. That's a strategy to note and apply. The smaller units make administration closer and more effective, generally speaking. That's another strategy to consider. Their resource base is broad, and resource build-up is spread to reduce the burden and accelerate success. Most often, these giants are able to hire great hands for their work and pay higher salary. What do you do as a small organization? Small organizations that attempt this can still find a way. You can hire fewer but the same high quality hands, and that might raise your own organization. We said earlier that when you outwit a bigger organization, it places your organization above theirs. Your organization will then begin to call the shots and blaze the trail. Your patronage and income will be much higher than before, all things being equal. This is because your reach would have been greater. We want to say, contemplate great leap as a leader. Great opportunities come to only a few. Most others would have to envision and pursue them frantically in order to have them. No leader who thinks of ascending great heights, therefore, should leave anything to chance. Providence works out golden opportunities for some people, but they must recognize, embrace, and receive them in order to have them. Dream big. Think big. Dare great things. The reason for urging you to contemplate a great leap is because nature abhors vacuum. And many leaders can only be motivated to forge ahead. Surely you don't want to lag behind, do you? Great leaps are moral boosters. You need such boosts to remain on the saddle. Your own leaders expect great outcomes. It's either you meet expectations or be among the first to be fired when it's time to print the organization. Great leaps in organizational settings come with many positive considerations. As it takes yours above others, your organization attracts more revenue, which spills over to you unfailingly. As the patronage of your organization increases, so your own chances of securing better bargain outside increases. Therefore, strive to move your organization to its next level. Nevertheless, beware of the barriers and the bane to great leaps in leadership. A few of them are personal barriers. Some others are circumstantial. Some are economic, some are global. We know that giant killers are usually not daunted. Grow a giant killers complex. It helps. Thank you for tuning in. We would like to see you at the next session. But before then, please post your comments below or via our email address as displayed on the screen. And we want to remind you, our committee interaction will begin in the month of April this year. 2024 April, our committee interaction forum will begin. Get ready to join us. Thank you.